Well, I've been compared to a lot of things, but this is the first time a little green frog. So, thank you once again for allowing me to talk with you and express my appreciation for everything you do for your students and for the state of California and the nation as a whole. You continue to show people what's possible, and I want to express my thanks to you. So, based on your knowledge and the knowledge of your peers, the experience that you've accumulated about how to make the system work better, how to improve instruction using assessments, we wanted to collect all that information and present it to people that are just starting out. So although we're moving into our 4th year of implementation, there's always new people coming in, new teachers, new principals, new district administrators, and they shouldn't have to invent the wheel. They shouldn't have to start over all by themselves. They should be able to learn from everything that you've learned and take advantage of that knowledge to help their students. And there's always more that we can all learn. So even though we've been doing this a long time, finding out what works through natural field trials, if you will, is really a powerful opportunity. So we worked with WestEd, Deb Sigmund and her staff, to collect information through interviews with teachers and principals across the consortium. And we looked for best practices, recommendations, resources that are being used, and encapsulated those in stories from real educators that are in the field working with kids, and asked them to tell us what works to make the system better. So at a high level, district staff have gained valuable experience, and we wanted to answer the question, how can we leverage it? We asked them what worked, what did they learn, how did they build support from the system and buy-in from stakeholders. And it's the theme that we wanted to reinforce is that being ready to implement an assessment system is not about test preparation. I think many of you may have learned from personal experience that prepping for the test probably doesn't help that much. What really helps is a strong leadership, a strong instructional background, support for students, and systematically customizing the education system to meet individual students' needs. So we looked at assessment literacy, strong communications, and really emphasizing high-quality curriculum and instruction. And we organized that in 6 big ideas, each of which includes some key takeaways with specific examples and some district resources that you might be able to use to improve your practice and the practice of your teachers. So the 6 areas are, students benefit from taking interim assessments, teachers use interim assessment data to improve instruction, the adults learn first and then help the students, kind of like the little gas mask there, or the air thing that comes down from the airplane. Using the assessment system as a team effort, sustainable teams continuously improve, and of course communicate early and often. So one example is a big idea from Lakeland School District in Ohio, found that students felt better prepared for the summative assessment after engaging extensively in writing using sources and citations while taking the interim assessment block. And so that's not about test prep. That's about actually engaging in high quality instruction and then asking students to, eliciting from students evidence that they've learned what's being taught. The IB happens to be, the writing IB happens to be an example of how teachers can do that. Another big idea, adults learn first, then help students. And this comes from Vancouver Public Schools in Washington. Staff attended parent-teacher nights and conducted practice tests with parents, and that really helped the parents understand what was being taught and how it was being measured. So that's an example of making sure that everyone's on board, making sure that they understand that this isn't about a test, this is about learning more, this is about learning 21st century skills, and it's principally about equity. Communicate early and often. Focused message from sending a focused message from the superintendent that sets expectations. And this is from Delano Union Elementary District in California. And their first priority was to build the confidence of parents, students, and staff that had seen multiple turnovers in the administration. And to change that dynamic, the superintendent set out a vision for student success and setting a high expectation for staff as a promise to the community, which was an opportunity to talk about a focus on teaching and learning. So we're not going to stop collecting information from you. We're actively engaged in finding out how to do things better for ourselves, but also giving some advice, helping you give advice to your peers. So we're going to continue to add to Smarter Balanced Ready to keep it relevant and useful to you folks. And if you want to contribute, please let us know. And the best way to do that is to contact the California Department of Education. So I really want to thank you again for all of the work that you're doing. You've had a tremendous success, and I look forward to working with you and seeing you next year. Thank you.